This is music, and this is another round of first impressions. Welcome to another first impressions video. In these videos, I share with you my first impressions of the many blind buys I've picked up lately. I have a handful of CDs this time, but only 3 artists. Let's start out with a Divebomb reissue, but it's a bit of an unusual one because it's not thrash metal, it's not speed metal, it's not power metal, it's not power thrash, it's not traditional metal. Those are quite common genres to be reissued on Divebomb Records. This is melodic hard rock. They do put out some melodic hard rock albums every now and then, but not that often. This is Misano, self-titled. As you can see, there's a hype sticker that says an AOR/hard rock cult classic is back for fans of Jolene Turner, Stars, and Frankie and the Knockouts. And as you can see, you got a bunch of bonus tracks on here. More often than not, Divebomb Records treat us to a lot of extra goodies, like bonus tracks, cool write-ups and stuff. This one has a quite long interview with Bobby Misano, I think is his name, uh, in the booklet. And yeah, this is melodic hard rock with AOR elements for sure. It's not that heavy on the synths as a lot of other AOR is. You do have some, like, they sound more like an organ, um, but you have a little bit of that. But yeah, you got that awesome, 80s melodic hard rock riffage, catchy choruses, pretty good vocals by Bobby Misano, and awesome lead guitar work by him as well. Uh, yeah, catchy songs, a little bit cheesy every now and then, but that's okay. Uh, while the music is absolutely awesome on this one, I mean, if you like your 80s rock, AOR, hard rock, melodic hard rock, all that stuff, this is worth checking out. While the music is awesome, the lyrics are maybe a little bit pedestrian, kind of silly in places, but also clever in other places. Because, for example, you got like some word plays that I think are quite amusing, like foreplay and face behind the X. So, yeah, I like this. This is worth checking out if you like your melodic hard rock, that is for sure. Now, some progressive metal, Mind Flow, just the two of us, me and them. I don't know if, because I didn't look into it, if I'm being honest. I don't know if this is a concept album, but it is progressive metal for sure. You have some quite cool, groovy riffs every now and then. I really like the sound of the bass, like the bass tone, also the work on the bass, but the bass tone is really nice. I just enjoy it. It's kind of at the forefront very often. Uh, you have your odd time signature parts, you have your sound effects, you have some spoken word, some drama and stuff, and it's very good. I quite like it. It's not as yeah, just as self-indulgent as Dream Theater. I do love Dream Theater. It's not as extreme as that, but they do show off their chops, and it is good stuff, and I quite like it. And if you do like um, progressive metal, and you come across a copy of Mind Flows, just the two of us, me and them, I think you can pick it up safely and enjoy it. Now we got a bunch of 3 releases by the same artist, and we are talking Narita or Narita. And no, this is not a Japanese band. It is, in fact, a Danish band. And this one, they have a couple of English members too, but it's a Danish band. And I had heard a couple of songs by this band before checking this out, and they struck me as being kind of hard rocky. But having listened to the entire album, it's heavy metal with a touch of hard rock, with a touch of power metal, not that much, but a little bit, with some neoclassical leanings, with some progressive leanings as well, and just excellent use of melodies, great vocals. Fantastic lead guitar work, I have to say. Absolutely amazing. If you like your, guitar heroes, this this is worth checking out just for the lead guitar work. But the songs are great. I like the melodies; they're catchy. This is actually fantastic stuff. This is actually freaking awesome. Um, so it's a Danish band. I'm pretty sure they are completely unknown in Denmark. They were quite popular in Asia, as far as I understand. But yep, sadly, in their home country, apparently no one cared. And that's just sad. But hey, this is great stuff. If you come across a copy of this and you like your 80s heavy metal and you don't mind it being a little bit epic, a little bit progressive, and all that stuff. And, if you live in Japan, maybe these are not that difficult to find. Maybe you can find them in Disc Union or something like that. Outside of Japan, they're probably a little bit more difficult to find. But if you come across a copy and you like that style of metal, I think I think you could pick this up safely too. This is great stuff. Um, and this one, of course, is also Narita changes. Uh, the lineup has been changed a little bit. On this one, you have Kenny Lübke on vocals. I think he's more known now for having done some Eurovision work, but he was a heavy rocker originally. Um, Similar style, heavy metal with elements from other genres, slight progressive leaning, maybe a little bit heavier than the previous one, but not much. So, yeah, this is also awesome. Um, Great stuff. And again, fantastic lead guitar work, great vocals as well. Uh, Awesome stuff. Definitely Narita, if you can find a copy of this one too, changes, it's worth picking that up. And if you don't like it, pass it on to someone else, right? And last, there's this one here by Narita as well, and this is their last full-length album. So it's called Life, as you can see on the back here. Also with Kenny Lübke on vocals. Uh, Similar style, but this one has been graded or updated, I guess. Sounded a little bit more like 90s rock. So you have some elements of 90s metal and 90s hard rock on here, but for the most part, it is again the heavy metal with a little bit of progressive leanings. Not that much on the neoclassical side on this one, I have to say, but some progressive leanings, a little bit of hard rock, and yeah, some 90s metal here too. There's even a song with a little bit of some funky bass work, some 90s metal rap on it. Actually, I quite like that song. It works very well. This is another fantastic album. It's I like them all equally, but I can imagine that this one will appeal less to just metal fans than these two will. But I mean, it's still pretty much the same style. It's just been updated a little bit. And this is their entire discography. And like I said, this is fantastic stuff. If you like your 80s metal, if you like your quality metal, if you like your, the type of metal that caters to both fans of melodic and catchy songs and fans of high level musicianship, these are worth checking out. So again, if you live in Japan and you come across copies of this in Disc Union or something like that, I think they're worth grabbing. And again, if you don't like it, pass them on to your friends who might like it, right? If you come across a copy of this outside of Japan, uh, then it's kind of like finding gold. So definitely pick it up. Again, if you don't like it, pass it on to someone else. But chances are, if you like your heavy metal music, melodic, uh, slightly progressive, all that stuff, you will like Narita. Uh, and that was their entire discography. I think they evolved into a band called Primetime, and I'm looking to pick up some Primetime. Maybe I already have picked it up when you watch this video, but at the time of me shooting it, I'm looking to pick up some Primetime. But there you go. A handful of CDs, all good stuff. Definitely stuff worth checking out. Thanks for watching.